welcome to Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast, episode 246?
Yeah.
Okay, I did it. Okay.
Reminded only 30 seconds ago.
246. Yeah, well. I am your co-host, Kiley Wilde, and I'm joined by my ever-present co-host, Pete Beckett.
Hello.
Yay! We're watching, he's watching...
I don't need to now. The footy's over.
It's over.
Yay, England.
But England's did really well, so...
The England
yay.
ladies have won the Euros. Congratulations.
That's very cool. But...
Don't you have a horn for that? Not that it would show up anyway, but it's fine.
It won't show up for you. Does it show up at all?
Not at all.
Oh, really? Aw.
It's fine. It's probably programmed to your stream, that's why.
Yeah. Although, we are on Discord. We could do the Discord. But it's true. Pete has that.
Hang on.
There you go. There we go.
Where the hell have they put them now? I don't even know where they put them now. No, what have they done to my sounds?
This is our very laid back episode.
God damn you ruined it, Discord. No, they did. They actually ruined it. I don't even know where the air horn is. Oh, hang on. There we go.
Okay. Here comes people.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, happy now.
There we are.
They've left it along the top bar, which is actually really pointless.
But
on the chat itself, it's pretty dumb.
That's silly.
Hey,
I'm never on Discord, so no.
Whatever.
But yes, I am holding a sleepy baby Apollo. He just fell asleep in my arms. So.
Oh, bless him. After his manic moments of trying to eat your food.
Yes, he's eating spinach. You're
gonna have a Popeye dog later.
I know, that's why I was literally thinking that. But yes, this, as you can tell, it's a scatterbrained episode. So we're just so glad you're out there listening. And we're so glad for our lovely chat people joining us over on twitch.tv/Rapid Reviews. But yes, this is normally where I ask our guests how they're doing. But guess what? We don't have guests. I can't believe it. Can you guess that?
I wouldn't have guessed it.
So instead, I asked Pete. How has your week been? What have you been playing?
Cool. The week's been a bit manic. Work's been busy. Life has been busy. I probably did tell you I took up football. So the last few weeks of training have been intense, and I played a game on Saturday, and my legs hurt.
Yeah, I bet they do.
Well, I was playing as a goalkeeper anyway, so.
Oh gosh, then yeah.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was good pre-season game, as they say. It's good warm up.
Yeah.
And it was quite warm as well, so definitely doesn't help. But yeah, it was good, but it's been a very busy week. So gaming has not been much on the agenda for this week, unfortunately. But I have got a few hours in of a few games.
Right.
I'll get to those first, and then I can do what I've been mostly doing for this week.
Okay.
Because it will tie into the second game anyway, so. So the first game I've been playing this week, I don't know why I picked it back up, but I did. No, it's not Claire Obscure for Expedition 33. No, it's really not. It is Slow Clap's Rematch. Funnily enough, getting into football. Playing football games instead of actually training football.
I can't believe it.
No, I decided for some strange reason, I was working from home on the other day, and for my lunch break I was like, what do? I've been sat at a desk all day. Okay, I'm going to go and sit in my front room chair and play video games. Hooray!
That's what I do.
I mean, surely you would think I've been sat down all day, I should go and stretch my legs. Yeah.
I know.
I'll stretch my legs virtually.
Yes.
By running around playing Rematch.
Yeah.
So, I did talk about this a few weeks ago when it first came out, but for those who are unfamiliar with the game, it is an online-based 3v3 or 4v4 or 5v5, depending on the mode that you play, football game that is very similar in essence to Rocket League. It's developed by Slowclap, who are the developers behind Sifu, and published by Kepler, who are the publishers behind many a game, including Expedition 33 and a few others. Funnily enough, Kepler are now becoming one of the biggest publishers out there, and actually their approach to developer first is really quite refreshing. So, big shout out to Kepler. But yeah, the game itself is a lot of fun. They've probably had a couple of updates recently because it plays a little bit differently to what I remember of it. The core fundamentals are still there. It's a little bit confusing to get used to at first because you have a reticle, or whatever you call it, right, on the screen, which means that's going to show the direction of travel that the ball takes after you hit it. So you have to angle the right stick to obviously get into the right place. So taking shots is quite difficult when you're trying to angle like the shot itself and then take the shot whilst you're under pressure. But obviously that being on the right stick and then the shoot button being on the right trigger actually does help with that because, you know, you can do both. But yeah, it does make for some very interesting shots, passes and stuff like that. If you are like me and you play quick matches with randoms, don't even bother. It's a waste of time because nobody talks and nobody interacts. And it makes it quite difficult to play a team game when you're not talking to each other. Especially since the vast majority of people are just like, team game. That means I'm going to do everything by myself. Yep. Fantastic. You've made us lose the game 5-0 due to mercy rule. After 3 minutes. Thank you very much. Idiots. The game is a lot of fun. I really enjoy the game, but there's just so many idiots that play the game. So you're going to have it where they just hold the ball, they don't communicate properly, they don't like get interested, or they don't pass the ball. But actually when you do get a decent team, even though there is a lack of communication, you sort of understand how they're going to play. So after about a minute, but the games are like 5 minutes, so it's not the quickest amount of time. There is a bit of a meta in the game though, and it probably started happening in Rocket League as well towards the early days, is people have found things that are a bit overpowered. Now they're in season 0 at the moment. I think this will likely get patched out at some point. People have been finding that actually if you shoot the ball above the goal and rebound it off the top, off the backboard basically, because it's an enclosed arena, that you can get a powerful shot if another player approaches it and it basically doesn't miss.
Yeah. It's
a bit ridiculous. I didn't know that was the case until I'd heard it on a podcast. I've now seen it all the time. Yeah, it's a bit stupid. I think it will probably likely get patched, but I haven't abused it myself, but that's because I'm shit at the game. So, anyway. So that's honestly, that game's a lot of fun. It's probably not going to make Game of the Year unless, of course, it gets its teeth stuck into me, as they say. But I highly doubt that unless I manage to find a few people to play it with as a squad, because being online would be better to play with mates. Yeah. And I have no friends. I'm trying to get my old gaming group back into it, but gaming is not easy with them lot at the moment, so it's fine. It's not a problem.
It's more difficult the older you get, which is weird.
A lot of things get a lot more difficult the older you get. Getting up, standing up, running, lifting.
Unless you're me.
It's alright, I've now gotten to that stage in my life where I make old man groans as I start to get off the couch.
No. In fact, I was at the gym last week, and my trainer, who's also my friend Tegan, he's like 29, and but he does like you, like he's like, I don't want to get old, and you know, he's like me, and I don't want to get old. So I saw this age test for fitness, and all it is getting up off the ground without using your hands or making a sound.
Okay.
Which I did just fine. And then of course he's 29, so instead of getting up like steps like I did, like I stepped up and stood up, he just jumped up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, so what are you doing it from a flat position? He's like, look what I can do. Yeah. Yeah, so either on your back or on your stomach.
Yep, on your back.
Oh, that's horrible as well.
Yeah. And I got up just fine. I was very proud of myself. But then, of course, he did the jump.
No,
I was like, man.
we didn't do something similar. We didn't do that, but we did something reasonably similar in football training the other week. So you had like two players like that throwing a ball between each other whilst you're laying on your belly. And then when the ball comes to the person says go, they have to get up and then run and not be caught by the other. It was horrible.
Yes.
Oh, it's nasty.
We've done warm-ups like that. They're really good warm-ups. Those are really good.
Very good for pre-season training if you're wanting to build your fitness. But Jesus Christ, when you haven't run like that for 20 years, it's no good.
Yep. Yep, it's true.
Anyway, so I would say that's me for the week, but it's not actually. Because I have been playing Donkey Kong Bananza. I've been playing a little bit more of it. I'll talk about it in the moment.
That's Bananza.
Ooh, banana.
Banana.
But there is... So I've been playing it mostly docked, but I have also played it in handheld as well, because this comes on to the point of the show where I'm going to do a review of a product that I've been using, which ties into the Switch too. So, thanks to Mike Tendo, best friend of the show, who got me in touch with the company to test this out. It is the Antank S3 Max Switch 2 dock. So there's the box. It's reversed, unfortunately, so can't do anything about that. So basically what it is a third-party Nintendo Switch 2 dock. It's basically a lot smaller and a lot more handy than you would ever have when it comes to the Switch 2 dock itself, the official one. Because, here it is. This is the size of it.
Oh, wow.
It's quite small.
It is.
So, also...
Nothing wrong with that.
So, on the back of it, you have HDMI in and a couple of USB hubs, basically. So, so you're probably sitting there and thinking and wondering to yourself, why this dock? What's the point of picking it up? Well, the reason why you would pick it up is if you want a second dock in your house for switching between different parts of the house. So,
switching.
So say for instance you wanted, I just moved on. So you want to have your dock in the main front room, but you also want to have one in another room. This would be perfect for it. It's also perfect for travel because it is a lot smaller than the actual Switch 2 dock as well. There is an actual unique selling point of it though. I will get to it in a moment, but it is capable of running at 4K 120 hertz.
Right.
And the power outlet runs up to 100 watts, so it is a fast charger as well. So it does charge your Switch relatively quickly, which is decent. So the USBs on them are actually 3.0 as well, which is good. So the one major benefit to it is obviously, like with the unlike the Switch 2 main dock itself, you haven't got the big plastic covering, meaning that you're going to scratch your screen up, which is perfect. Okay. Also, it has a really, really good way of like cooling the system because it's all open. It's incredibly well ventilated. It doesn't require the additional fan that's in the Switch 2 dock.
Right.
Some people have been complaining that it does run a little bit hot, but I have not found that so far. I found that it has actually kept the system like very, very cool because the fans that are actually on the bottom of the Switch 2 system, they sit at the bottom of there, but the flow out obviously goes down the bottom of the actual dock itself and flows out of the side. So quite decent. As you can see as well, it is color coded towards the system, so left and right, so you can't obviously, mix that up.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to get to the selling point of this particular dock. So to do so, I'm going to have to take a moment to put my dock actually plugged in for purposes. So right, I've got to put the HDMI cable in. You won't be able to obviously see the input itself on the TV because that would require me to muck around with my Discord settings and all that, and I am not willing to do that. Where the hell's the power cable gone? There it is. Perfect. So, the dock is now plugged in. Yes, perfect. Can you still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. It just had a little bit of a
I
moment
can still hear you. You froze a tiny bit.
Yeah, I think it's because the internet
lag.
I think it was because it was connecting the dock back up to it. So I'm going to grab my camera. So, as you can see, it is now plugged in. So, if I was to turn it on now, you can see it won't show anything on the screen because it is in docked mode. The blue light is on. However, there is a handy little button at the bottom of this dock that if I press, now goes into tabletop mode.
Right.
So what you would basically have when you're playing the system itself on its own if you were to put the kickstand on. However, this is actually still currently charging.
Right.
So it works as a charger when you're wanting to play in handheld mode, in tabletop mode. But
that's cool.
You do still have access to the 2 USBs that are currently functional at the back as well. Meaning that if you have any third-party controllers that are only wired, you can take this dock around and still use them out and about.
Oh, that's
you could plug it into a portable charger, and it would still work.
That's cool. That's very cool.
So, as you can probably imagine, like I said, perfect for travel. So this will be getting the proper field test later on in the year when I take it to France for Evo.
What? No way. You're going to Evo.
Yes, I am. So I have Street Fighter 6 on my Switch. It means that I can then continue my training for Evo France and, set it up in the middle of wherever and go, here we go, let's play some Street Fighter wherever. If anyone's got a portable monitor, you can plug it into that. So check out Mike Tendo 64's video on it where he did actually plug a portable monitor into it. So if you wanted, for instance, it's a nice hot summer's day and you feel like going outside to get some fresh air, why not take your Switch 2 out with you with a dock that you can charge it? So there is also another really good point to this particular dock itself. Its price point. The Switch 2 dock, the official one, will set you back nearly £90. This, currently listed on Amazon, not including the 10% off that you will get for a voucher, is £28.
No way!
£28. It does basically everything that the other dock does.
That's awesome.
For,
I'm not gonna lie.
A third of the price. Oh, 2/3 of the price.
Yeah.
There is also something even better for this as well. If you were to happen to use a voucher code that I will post in the link to the description of this episode, you could get 10% off using the code RRUK.
Can't believe it. Also, that is actually very cool. No way.
So,
what code was that again, Pete?
RRUK, and I will post the link in a minute in the live chat, and it will be in the description of this here episode. They were very kind and gracious enough to send me this. I have not been swayed by at any point because they sent me a free copy of this or free tester for this, or inviting me onto their affiliate program. Full disclosure. I am doing this because actually I think this dock is absolutely incredible. I have now moved my main dock into the front room, and this is the one that's going to sit in the office, and rightly so, because it means that if I'm sitting there on a lunch break at work and I've got my monitors plugged into my computer, I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm changing the HDMI outputs. I can just sit there and play it in tabletop mode through the dock, keep it charged, and not have to worry about depleting battery. This thing is unbelievable. I've been using it for nearly 2 weeks now, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone who has a Switch 2. The USB hubs on the back, 3.0, are really fast. Recognise pretty much nearly every single controller that I've plugged into it. Even using the Mayflash adapter that I've got that changes my arcade stick from a PS4, PS5 one to a Switch. It recognises it almost immediately. So
That's awesome.
it's an incredible bit of kit for an unbelievably silly amount of money, like for so little as well.
It's really good.
So this is the original version of it. They actually do have another one coming out later on in the year that will have the wireless, LAN port on it as well. So if you're not interested in this one at the moment, then maybe wait off and get that one if you're intended to play online a hell of a lot more. So I would definitely recommend it. It's a really, really good product for such a small amount of money. And thank you, Antank, for obviously sending it out. So yeah, I've been using it to play Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's the long way of basically saying I've been using it to play Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm now at sub-level 500.
Right.
And I didn't think I'd enjoy this game as much as I have, because nearly every single moment I'm getting to play it, I'm playing it.
Yeah, because didn't you say that you didn't like the version you played first, right?
Yeah, the public playable demo. I say public playable. It was an event. I didn't like it at all. Like, I could see promise, I could see potential, but I just didn't find the gameplay loop itself that enjoyable. But I think this has quite literally got its claws in me, and it will not escape. I find that the general mechanics of smashing is it's okay, I guess. It's not the best, but actually the collectathon nature of it and the secrets that you can find all over the map, like in each sub-level, is enough to keep you interested. And I really do enjoy that aspect. Donkey Kong has a lot of personality as well, and the relationship between himself and Pauline is actually really quite charming. It gets better and better because they have conversations between each other, and one of the nicest things that I found about it is you can get rest areas. So there's certain points in each sub level where someone will build you a rest area. The more that you get will increase your bonus for refilling your life meter, so you can get additional heart points for the more rest points that you have. But when you go to sleep at the rest points to regenerate your health, Pauline and Donkey Kong will have a conversation, and they are incredibly charming. Because Pauline is 13 years old, she is a very curious child, and she will ask some of the most baffling things of all time, or make some of the silliest statements. So the area that I'm at, I'm not going to say where I am, but basically she was about to go to sleep and says, "Oh, I can't sleep," and she starts counting a particular animal, and it's not sheep, but I'm not telling you the animal because it is actually related to the area that I'm in, and don't want to spoil anything.
Oh, that's great.
And she's basically like, I can't count them, they're too fast, and then falls asleep by counting them. So it's really silly but really charming, which is quite normal for a Nintendo game, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely loving this game. Probably another one that might not make the game of the year, but maybe by the end of the game that might change. But I'm enjoying it, let's say.
Right.
So yeah, that's my week. Sorry it went long, but I had to do a review.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah.
So Kylie, how's your week been?
List up. I have to pull my list up.
So whilst you're talking, I'm just going to post that link, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, so I too have had just an insane week for some reason. And I decided to just escape into video games.
Video games.
Video games. Video games. So Monday, we played Robocop Rogue City. This game was freaking recommended to me by literally everyone. Like, just everyone's like, "Hi, this is your game. This is like, it's everything you love. Spray and pray. You just shoot. You just this. You blah blah." And so I started up, looking forward to it because, like, I love, as I said on Monday, I love 80s movies. Absolutely love them. And I always talk about how Robocop was filmed in Houston. Robocop 2 was filmed in Houston. Even though it's supposed to be Detroit, but it's not. But anyway, so loaded up. The intro movie or whatever is really high quality. It's really, really good. The music is amazing. Like, the music is so... They set the ambiance, they set the everything. It just... I cannot fault them for aesthetics or sound. But then... Gameplay. Gameplay is where all the wheels fell off. All of them. Because... The shooting mechanics was okay at first. It's fine. If it would have stayed that way. It's kind of shooting gallery type thing. And then they had this really, really cool mechanic where you could, like, throttle the person and throw them.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I started to notice that all of the bad guys had the same tattoos. It was the same voice. I was like, oh. And then there's no environmental damage, which is crazy. Well, I can't say no because you can smash the glass. But as far as, like, just your regular environmental damage with desks and stuff like that, nothing. And at one point, I shot the water cooler, which is one of my, like, tests to see environmental damage, because that's my thing.
Of course.
It did do a smidgen.
Just a tad.
But it was, like, it just wasn't good. It wasn't good. And then, after the first section, a glitch happened. I was playing this on the Xbox. Over the cloud.
Yeah, probably not the best game to play over the cloud.
Yeah, but the glitch wouldn't have come from the cloud.
No, it was probably baked into the game itself.
It was a graphic glitch, and their mouths started being really weird. And I was like, okay, this is strange. And then it started to get very, very samey, and then the talking parts were too long, and then after about 45 minutes, I was like, I'm done. It's just not for me.
Yeah, in all honesty, like, it's probably half the reason why I never went back to the game myself. I have no affiliation to Robocop. That will change in the future. Never watch his episode, by the way. But I found the shooting mechanics reasonably fun, but I didn't find everything else around it that engaging. And I only did the tutorial episode, basically, like where you're going through the building, and I just didn't find it that engaging.
And at one point, you take these little side quests, just little tiny side quests, just when you walk through the police station. I was helping people in a line.
Yay.
I was Robocop, and I was saying, okay, citizen, no. Yes, we'll help you. And I'm like, what? No, I am not here to do paperwork. I'm here to shoot things and kick asses. And I'm all out of shooting things.
Yeah, you were all out of bullets.
Yep. So I had to pass on it. It's just not quite for me, which is sad because it does, the formula's there.
Yeah, I think the thing is that the thing to remember from this is that it is a AA game. It doesn't have the budget of a AAA game. It is a licensed game, but it's not made by a AAA developer. So you can give it a little bit of a bit of an okay sort of thing from that. But if I think the problem is for me is if, like with yourself, the gameplay loop itself isn't that enjoyable. Which is a shame,
Yeah.
but obviously I only paid like £8 for it, so it was okay to try it out.
I played it on Game Pass, so...
God damn it, it was on Game Pass. I bought it on bloody PC went during a Steam sale. Christ.
So, but that was okay. Okay, then after that, I didn't stream this. I'm gonna go on a small bit of a rant. But I know that Grounded 2 is coming out very shortly. And everyone and their dog knows that the team behind Grounded is one of my favorite development teams, Obsidian. They did New Vegas. Same, it's crossover with like Outer Worlds as well, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I should really be on board with Grounded. But I've always been weird about Grounded. Now, I will say this. I don't have a fear of spiders. Pete knows this. I don't have a fear of much of anything. when it comes to creepy crawlies. Except for that scene in Indiana Jones where she sticks her hand in the thing. But outside of that, I don't really I'm not scared of spiders. I'm not, and in fact, I'm so much of a nerd, and this is where I think it kind of crashed and burned for me. I am actually bothered that you can kill bees in this.
Oh.
Bees are our friends. Bees are, they make the planet good. And then as I was playing, because I went ahead and started up Grounded. I turned all the aggression off, but not because it makes it easier and all this kind of stuff. I just felt wrong. Why would I kill a ladybug? Or a ladybird, whichever one you want to call it. I don't have any reason to do that. Plus,
because ladybirds are bloody vicious. No, I'm joking.
To aphids they are, and then that's for my next thing. Now, aphids in real life piss me off because they eat my plants. And in this game they make the aphids cute. Now you still kill them, but they make them cute. I'm just confused. And then we got to the spiders, and I'll only briefly talk about this. So this is an uncomfortable subject.
No, that's fine. Look, it's fine. It's so long as I don't see them.
Hello, Mike.
Hello.
Hello. Well, here's my thing. I have said it probably every episode. I grew up in East Texas. Okay.
Really? Would never have guessed.
Yeah, I know, right? But that means I was literally surrounded by spiders. Most of them were not trying to kill me. Most. But the one that really wasn't trying to kill me that I actually love is the orb weaver.
Okay.
Orb weavers make beautiful webs. And the spiders themselves, if you're not grossed out by spiders, they're beautiful. They are large. They're very large.
No thanks. That's me out.
But they're beautiful, and they're usually they're black and yellow, but they can be other colors.
Blech.
And it's they're just gorgeous, and they're very benign. They don't attack humans. They just chill in their beautiful webs. But even then they would run and hide. In this dadgum game, in Grounded, they don't have orb weavers in their webs. First of all, they don't have webs for orb weavers. Just weird. Second of all, they're everywhere. That's not how orb weavers do. They don't hunt in groups. They're single spiders. And it just wasn't... It is my nerd side coming out going, it wasn't...
it wasn't accurate.
It wasn't accurate. It wasn't accurate. I know we're talking about a game with, that's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the game. But still, that bothered me. So there are things, it's a dumb thing, and I realize this, to be bothered about, but Grounded does bother me. And I'm hoping that in Grounded 2, they perhaps correct these nerd issues. Properly having proper, because the visually that game is stunning. They've done so well. It is gorgeous.
Yeah, that's the thing that I always get from the trailers of the game, is that it at least looks really nice.
Oh my gosh.
Until a big old goddamn spider comes up, and then I'm like, yeah, it looks really nice. Oh god.
That's one thing I didn't understand. They got the appearance accurate of spiders. Of the particular spiders. Especially the particular brand of spiders. You know what I mean?
Brand.
Species or whatever. But they did not get their characteristics correct, and then you have to kill bees, and I'm just I don't know. I am having some issues with it, but I'm still playing it because it is a base builder, and I like building bases.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so that was awful.
Oh, all that to say, it's okay.
It's okay. I hope that in part 2 of Grounded 2, I hope that they do just a little bit better. Plus, bees have such a bad reputation. I really don't like that. Bees need to have a better reputation. They're so important to
bees are awesome.
System. They're amazing, and they have little fuzzy butts, and they're cute. Now.
Oh god.
Now Wednesday comes. Dagger says I don't get the buzz. And Mike says, where will we get our honey? Exactly, see? Kill bees, see? That was a really bad Quentin Tarantino movie. Kill bees.
Oh, Jesus.
But, yeah, don't kill bees.
Give them sugar water if you see them injured.
Yes.
Or tired
Sugar
or hot.
Water. Yes.
You're alright,
Absolutely.
Vincent D'Onofrio. Calm down.
God, you love Men in Black. But, the movie. But, yes, Wednesday I played perhaps, my game of the year.
Did it actually come out this year?
Yes, it did.
Oh,
It
good.
came out.
I remember you tried
In fact, yeah, I have done that before. I don't think it's officially out yet, because we played the demo.
Nice.
So I don't think it's even released yet.
Better make sure it does come out before the end of the year then.
Yes, true. Mike Tindo says, speaking of which, it's time to get to work as we are beginning to drone on.
Brilliant.
Um,
Well, that ship long
yes.
past years ago.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, a game by the name of Baby Steps by that guy, Frody, the guy that did Getting Over It and Quap.
Oh, right.
Quap I have talked about on here before. And a lot of people want me to play Getting Over It, and I will. I think that's going to be one of my sub goals.
Mm-hmm.
But Baby Steps is like, I guess it's a combination of Getting Over It and Quap. You have to make the guy walk. But it's a 3D environment. Like, it looks amazing. It really does. The humor is so silly and absurdist. It's so out there and goofy, and it's perfect, and I love it. I think it might be my favorite game ever. Yes, that's it. Beniet Foddy. It says Nana. I highly recommend trying that. It is a demo on Steam.
Oh, it's planned to release in September this year.
Okay, good. I enjoyed it very much. I don't know why I didn't get frustrated. Maybe because my chat was amazing. I have no idea. But it just cracked me up. I loved it. It was funny. And that's really all I have to say about that one. And then, I feel like I played another one. I'm pretty sure I did play something else and I've forgotten it. But on Friday, we finally finished. Oh, Paula, you want to get down now? Okay, hold on. I can't tell if you want down or not. Okay. You can come back up. You don't have to go down. Anyway, we finished Resident Evil Village.
Oh, you finally finished
Come
it.
back up. I finally finished it. It took a long time because I took a lot of breaks.
So many false
from that
starts as
lovely
well.
game.
You're like, it's going to end now. Oh, no, it didn't.
Yeah, and then it didn't.
Yeah.
But it is still a great game. Characters are still fabulous. It's a strong game all the way through. Not particularly scary, although for some reason I always get scared playing them. I don't know why.
Jump scares.
It doesn't even have that many jump scares. That's what's crazy. I think Apollo feels like I betrayed him. But we're going to take a break from Resident Evil, I think, for a while. And move on to something else. But next week, over on my channel, which is twitch.tv/KILEY_WILDE, I have some very new games.
Nice.
That people are definitely going to want to check out, and I think some are going to also be contenders for my game of the year. But I think Baby Steps is going to be one of mine. I enjoyed it so much. Oh, look, you can see Apollo in the background. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, that wonderful intro that has been almost an hour.
Well, it's on the recording. It's 40 minutes, nearly.
There you go. I'm gonna toss this back over to Pete. He's gonna take us through the news. Well, I might eat my pasta. I might finish it.
I might actually have to cut some news because we've goddamn, we've gone long.
That's all right. It's just one of those episodes. It's one of our casual episodes.
What the hell do I cut? No, we're not cutting anything. We could just look. We're just going to run through this one pretty quickly. You can eat because this will just be me describing what happened.
Nope, I'm not going to get to eat after all.
Oh well, tough.
He's being very clingy today.
Oh, bless him.
For our listeners at home, it's Apollo. He's just very much in my lap today.
The doggo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway, so this week saw a Pokemon Presents come out.
Oh, yes. I saw the reaction to that.
Should we save that for a moment? Because,
okay.
Shall we go through the things that were actually shown off here? Let's say. These are in no particular order. Annoyingly, one of these did actually get leaked beforehand because, of course, it did. Product listings will go up a bit early and it's dumb. Pokemon Friends is a new Pokemon daily puzzle game that's on iOS and Switch. It's out now. It looks crap. I'm not saying anything more. I mean, it's just a puzzle game. Apparently, the monetization on it is absolutely ridiculous as well, like from what I've been hearing. Yeah. Pokemon Legends ZA got a Switch 2 centric trailer and showed off Rogue Mega Evolutions. So these are Mega Evolutions that are just roaming around in Lumio City that you can just battle, including Mega Dragonite. And oh boy, the game still doesn't look that good. Anyway, I'll say more later. Pokemon Champions. This is the game that they revealed. I can't remember where it was last year or earlier on this year, but this is the one where I literally had said the entire way through, hang on a minute, this is basically Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah. Because
it is. They just rebranded it. So they revealed new details and gameplay features for Pokemon Champions, upcoming battle-focused game with familiar mechanics, 2 formats, 3 battle modes, and the ability to bring over Pokemon through Pokemon Home. And it's due to come out on Switch, Android, and iOS in 2026. Next up was something. I'm going to leave that until end because actually, I'm going to leave it till the end. Pokemon Concierge is the second season of a Netflix animated show. They are. It's coming out with the second season on September the 4th. I haven't actually watched Pokemon Concierge. It's on Netflix at the moment, season 1. So I might go and watch it whilst I'm doing one of those. I'm going to work from home and bored. So I don't know. Art style looks a little bit weird to me, but apparently it's got a lot of charm and a lot of heart, so who knows. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are getting updates for the Switch 2, and I would imagine that the game actually probably will run at a better frame rate now, but who knows. They've also got some upcoming events coming for the Shiny Treasure of Ruin, which will see 4 Pokemon obtainable, but only if players hit a certain amount of captures.
Right.
Pokemon Go. So Pokemon Go Fest 2025 Max Finale is coming with new Dark Skies event and the arrival of Eternatus. So that's coming pretty soon, I think. I don't know. Pokemon Sleep has got an update. So who cares? It's Pokemon Sleep. I'm not disparaging anyone. There were other things that were shown, like Pokemon Cafe Remix, because they always have something with Pokemon Cafe Remix. The thing that I saved actually was something that was a known entity, but was shown for the first time in terms of its art style, its tone, and it actually had. Well, we already knew who was making it.
Right.
I'm just going to tell you. So this is The Misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu.
Okay.
Coming in 2027, an Aardman animated TV show.
Okay.
So you know who Aardman Animations are?
No.
The people who do Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, right.
This looks actually bloody brilliant.
Okay, I'll have to look into that.
I mean, it's 2027, and they didn't show it a hell of a lot.
Oh.
but it's got its very typical Aardman Animations type of humour, and I am so into it because I love Aardman. I think they're brilliant. Wallace and Gromit is incredible. Flushed Away is brilliant. Most things that they have done, probably barring the second Chicken Run film, has been fantastic. It's on Netflix.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, they don't tend to miss, let's say.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, I'm really on board with this, and let's just say that the growing consensus from the vast majority of people when it comes to the Pokemon Presents is that this was a waste of 20 minutes.
That is apparently, yes. That's the reaction I saw in most people.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I think, so one of our writers, Temp, he has a YouTube channel, so go and check that out. I'll post a link for it at some point. He said that this could have been an email, which I tend to agree with, but my flag got posted on Discord and I said it would have been a really shite email. Yay. Yeah, this was a pile of crap. Apart from Sirfetch'd and Pichu, this was absolutely awful. What a waste of time. Really, really bad. Anyway.
Very disappointing.
Well. Anyway, this is a game I know you've been itching to talk about for a fair while. Not Mind's Eye. Another one.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about Splitgate 2, shall we?
Okay, let's talk about Splitgate.
So, Splitgate 2 was the game that at the Kiley event, Summer Game Fest, caused a bit of controversy because the guy wore a hat, the developer wore a hat that said make FPS great again.
Yeah.
And then decided to retract on it and apologise for it, and the banging mob had already caused its damage, let's say. And by damage I mean real damage, because Splitgate 2 is, quote, unlaunching. So, according to developer 1047 Games, an unspecified number of staff have been laid off as a result. So, the shooter, which was released in June, has faced low player numbers during its opening weeks and mixed fan feedback from players. Now the developer has said that it's taking the game off sale in order to work on it further, listen to fan complaints and attempt to move forward. Quote, "We believe in Splitgate 2, an open message from the founders Ian Pillow, don't know how to pronounce his name, and Nicholas Bagamayan.
Sure.
And, quote, "We launched too early. We had ambitious goals with Splitgate 2, and in our excitement to share it with you, we bit off more than we could chew. We rushed certain features, made some boneheaded mistakes, and most importantly, we didn't give you the polished, portal-filled mayhem you fell in love with." So, quote, Karen.
Mike says. I like what Mike says in the chat.
Oof. Splitgate has become Concord 2? Question mark. Well, not really, because this actually lasted longer than Concord. Too slow. Not doing it now. Yeah, so what did they say? So the game's going back into beta, and the team is going heads down until 2026. So this will probably be more like. So it's claimed that major parts of the game will be rebuilt, and fan requested features such as a less complex monetization model and a focus on classic game modes. The statement then addressed job losses that the studio will face as a result of the change. Quote, "Rebuilding the core experience isn't a quick fix, it's a long-term commitment. To give ourselves the time to build the Splitgate you deserve, we've made the incredibly difficult decision to reduce certain roles and shift our resources to work on this remake." Yeah. So, let's just say the mob won.
Yep.
But, I mean, but let's be honest, right? Of that mob who got very offended by a hat, how many of them are really going to play Splitgate 2 anyway?
Well, I mean, I've said that there didn't even need to be a Splitgate 2.
No, because the first one was apparently quite bad.
Well, no, the first one's decent, but
okay,
like it's very basic. in a good way.
Yeah,
There was no reason to, they could have just expanded on it.
Well, apparently they also took the first game offline, didn't they?
Yeah, which really upset a lot of people.
So now nobody can play any Splitgate at all.
I haven't even checked, but you may be right.
Because if they've unlaunched this game, and then if they've delisted Splitgate 1 and can't play it, then this is going to fall out of the zeitgeist like completely. And when they relaunch in 2026, nobody's going to care. This could cripple like 1047 games in a major way.
Yes, it very much could. I mean, like the terrible launch of Overwatch 2, hit a big company like Blizzard.
Mm-hmm. Nana ban, please.
Yes. Yeah. Like Mike Tendo says, better Crucible than Multiverses.
Oof. Anyway.
Which is probably a pretty fair comparison. Oh, Multiverses was just bad.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to some more news stories, because one of this is particularly a light one. Let's just discuss it quickly. So this was actually rumoured for a very long time, had leaks as such. Now it has been officially confirmed because Lego's next partnership with Nintendo has been officially unveiled, and it is the Lego Game Boy.
Right.
So you know how they did the Lego NES?
Right. Yes.
They've now got the Lego Game Boy. So the Lego Game Boy will be released on October the 1st and cost $59.99 in dollars, and will include 421 pieces.
You could buy a real Game Boy for that.
We're getting to that. The set will also include 2 Lego Game Boy cartridges, one for Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening and one for Super Mario Land.
Those are the best anyway.
Both of those classic Game Boy titles will also feature on one of the 3 interchangeable screens which can be displayed on the handheld. So to celebrate the announcement, the Lego Group has recreated a classic Game Boy commercial to do so, which I actually thought was pretty cool, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, like, considering I didn't see the price of it when I made the comment on Richard Atkinson's new Discord channel. I said I wouldn't be surprised if this actually is more than a retail Game Boy at launch. But yeah, to see it's only $60.
Yeah.
It's actually pleasantly surprising.
I mean, yeah, but you can actually get a Game Boy for between like 60 and 80 quid.
Yeah, you can.
I've got like 3 of them. And I'm talking about the old ones, the grey ones.
Yeah, I mean, I've still got my classic Game Boy. It's currently sat on my shelf in the front room.
They're very easy to get your hands on. So I don't know, but then again, Lego people are a different breed of people. So
they are, yeah. Not my kind of thing. I can understand the appeal of them.
I like Lego games.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't do the building of them. My hands are too big to deal with them.
Yeah,
there's tiny little pieces. And also, like, I'm old. Let's be the first to admit it. I'm old. And I remember, and back in my day, no, back in my day, they didn't do Lego sets like this, did they? They just gave you pieces. They gave you.
Yes and no. They had sets, but it was like a castle and a knight and those kinds of things.
But it was sort of like, we'll give you pieces and you can just make whatever the hell you want with them. And they give you a general outline of what things you can make. Now, the only thing that you can make with these bricks is literally the thing that's on the box. And that's it. So it sort of ruined some of the creativity that Lego used to have. It was like the whole... Which is part of the aesthetic of all the games that they've made, like this, the Lego like Star Wars games and all that, is that actually they've built all these worlds up and there's an endless bound of creativity from them.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, either way. Mike says, I have the Lego question mark block, which looked cool. It does.
Cool,
which was great, but I've not picked up the other big builds. See, for me, my problem is I'm way too practical minded, which is a negative when it comes to this, because I'm just like, why would I build a Nintendo? I have a Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then Lego aficionados would be like, why wouldn't you build it? And I'm just like, why would I?
Yeah, because I can go
go round and round.
I can go into the basement and go and look in that like section of your shelf and go, oh yeah, there you go, there's the NES. Oh, there's the Game Boy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, and I can actually go and put a cartridge in it and actually play it rather than just have it as a display piece. I can have it as a display piece as well.
Yeah, again, it's that my brain is just different. It's just very practical minded.
Yeah, I get your point behind it though.
I can just play that. I can just play it.
Yeah.
Why do I gotta build it?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a copy of Super Mario Land. I can just go and, rather than build it, I can just go and actually play the bloody game.
Yeah.
Put some
Or if I really wanted to, play the ROMs.
Well, I mean, just go and, if I want to play it on hardware, I'll just go and put some 4 AA batteries in it.
Yeah.
And just go and play it.
Yeah.
On that screen that's got no backlight.
Yes.
Just make sure it's in a well lit room.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's Lego. We're going to move on to... Funnily enough, I didn't even think about this when I was putting the news together. We've got a story about all the big three today. Which is quite funny.
Excellent.
So, do you happen to remember earlier on in the year? I believe it was earlier on in the year. That a certain Japanese company acquired a small amount of shares in Japanese anime company, Kurokawa.
Yes. Yes.
Well, they're back at it again because Sony has acquired 2.5% of Bandai Namco.
Oh, interesting.
So the strategic partnership will see the Japanese console maker acquire 16 million shares in the Elden Ring publisher. I don't know why it's just the Elden Ring publisher.
That's a weird one.
It's probably the tiniest thing that they have by comparison to it all. I mean, I would have thought that everything associated with Bandai Namco, including the Tekken project, all the figurines that they do, the large amount of animes that they do, and everything would have been enough to say.
Maybe it's just the most commercial.
It is, unfortunately. So, a joint statement from the companies read, through this business alliance and Sony's investment in Bandai Namco, as two of the leading Japanese entertainment companies, Bandai Namco and Sony will focus on expanding the fan community for IP such as anime and manga around the world and strengthening engagement, particularly in the anime field where rapid market growth is anticipated, while merging their strengths to create new and emotionally moving experiences for fans, and as a result of these efforts maximise the value of IP. Word salad.
Yeah. That's all I heard.
So this is the latest entertainment company that Sony has acquired shares in, because it currently has 10.11% of Kurokawa. In December, Sony became the largest share. Oh, it was back end of last year. So, in the company, following reports that the PlayStation maker was looking to acquire the brand entirely. So, I actually didn't know this as well. So, Sony also owns 14.09% of From Software, 5% of Devolver Digital, 4.9% of Epic Games, and 4.98% of Chinese media publisher Bilibili.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Nope. I pulled this one out of the bag, didn't I? Bandai Namco is known for major gaming franchises like Tekken, Soul Calibur, Pac-Man, Ace Combat, and more. Errol was talking about Tekken Project.
Yep.
Of this new partnership with Bandai Namco, Sony's chief strategy officer Toshimoto Mitomo wrote, through the partnership we aim to co-create an array of content and experiences that exceed expectations and deliver kando, so emotion, to even more fans, alongside Bandai Namco Group with its outstanding capacity for multi-directional expansion of diverse IP and deep connections with fans. Yeah, crap. So basically all we need to know is Sony are making big moves in anime and manga, and have been since last year, and probably are helping to solidify and consolidate that more with a major share purchase of, well, I say major, 2.5%, but
Yeah.
Still pretty big moves for them. Have you noticed that that Sony's portfolio has not been typical for how they've operated in the last 20 years?
Yes.
So it used to be in hardware. Now it is no longer really in hardware, is it?
They might be pulling a Sega.
Well, I wouldn't say necessarily, like, because obviously they have the publishing arms, like the publishing and the development sides in terms of video games, but now they're acquiring shares in anime companies, but also this is alongside their purchase of esports tournaments like Evo. They're moving into multi-format, and not just multi-format, but events.
Well, they can probably see the writing on the wall for consoles.
Quite possibly, yeah. And this is coupled on top of the fact that there was another news story earlier on in the week that I haven't included here, that apparently another major Sony IP game is coming to Xbox and Switch 2 at some point as well. They haven't said which one it is, but there's quite it's potential for basically them to move to third party at some point. I think everyone's going that way though. Nintendo are the only ones that are really standing firm. Oh well. Anyway, so that's that one. Let's move on to Microsoft, because Microsoft have they might have had to take some backward steps.
Interesting.
Do you remember the Outer Worlds 2? You might have mentioned it earlier. Obsidian. Yep. And how obviously it's due to come out at this point, some point this year, on October 29th.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it, supposedly.
Do you remember that they had the June Direct, or the June Showcase, where they did a whole big segment about Outer Worlds 2, where they revealed the price of the game?
Yes.
Do you remember what the price of the game was?
It was ridiculous, wasn't it? The 71?
Nope. It was It was the $80 game.
That's right.
Microsoft have reversed plans to make its next big RPG a higher $80 price point.
Yup.
So it will now cost $70.
Good. Well, but then you have to wonder, did they do that on purpose? To get people to think, you do that in business.
No. I think there is another thing behind this, and this will become very prevalent probably within their statement. So last month Xbox has said the Outer Worlds 2 I think that means it will be at least one copy now. Oh dear. So Xbox said that the Outer Worlds 2 will be its first $80 title as part of a broader increase in game prices. Xbox spokesperson said, "We're focused on bringing players incredible worlds to explore, and we'll keep our full-priced holiday releases, including the Outer Worlds 2, at $69.99, in line with current market conditions." Yeah. Obsidian wrote on his social media channel on Wednesday, "We have received your SOS via Skip Drone about the pricing. As an organisation devoted to making sure that corporations do not go unfettered, we at the Earth Dictatorate have worked with Redacted to revise the price of the Outer Worlds 2. While this will not bring peace to the galaxy or even your local colony, we assure you that we are all here to fight for all colonies in every way that we can."
See, that was one thing that me and my other socialist cohorts brought up, which is, this is a game about capitalism, and Microsoft pulled the most capitalistic move they could have, at the time, which makes me a little more sus. I think they did the $80 or $80 on purpose just so they could lower it to 70 and think they were doing us a favor.
I don't think so.
But I'm very jaded and cynical.
Oh, I know, and I also am too, but I don't think this is necessarily the case. I think that, personally, they wanted to sell this at $80 because they were also going to charge Black Ops 7 at $80, but now have reduced that one too. I think this is a broader Microsoft problem with the fact that optics-wise, especially with the recent cuts in jobs, they need to try and save their good graces.
It looks like Battlefield, the new one, is also going to be at 80.
Well, that's EA anyway, so...
Yeah, but that makes me not happy.
Yeah, but it's unfortunately the way of the world nowadays. Like, Nintendo were able to do it with Mario Kart. So what's to say that the next game, their next big game isn't $80?
Yeah.
I was having this conversation with a friend yesterday. If Rockstar even think about charging $100 for GTA 6, I'm not buying it. With Nintendo's idea of dynamic pricing, they could potentially look to charge $90 for the next 3D Mario game. I absolutely will not buy it for that.
No.
That's ridiculous.
No.
But the Nintendo have spoken about dynamic pricing, and I think this is what Microsoft were trying to lead into, potentially, is the dynamic pricing structure. And it's failed miserably because, optics-wise, they're really on the back foot at the moment. And they're blaming this on current market conditions. And current market conditions meant that they raised the prices not too long ago of the consoles, but the current market conditions have now changed. Does that mean they're going to drop the console prices down? Hell no, are they going to...
Nobody ever does that.
No, they don't. Exactly.
Prices never go down.
Well, they do as the console generation goes on.
Right. Okay. Yes, you are correct there.
But they've recently, like with Sony, they've raised the prices due to market conditions. Now the market conditions have changed and the tariffs have changed, haven't they? Where they had the 90 days, but now the market conditions have completely changed, and yet they're still going to charge a premium on their consoles.
Yeah, except people won't be able to afford it because, everybody's suffering at the moment.
They are, yeah, and it's just, I just think it's an excuse. They're like, oh yeah, market conditions. Like, market conditions always change anyway.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to blame anyone, and let's not beat around the bush here. It's a very easy thing to blame the current standing president.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
But I'm not going any further than that. That's all. Nope. Anyway.
Although you should watch the new South Park, it's hilarious and amazing. Anyway.
Yeah, but I have to watch it on bloody Paramount Plus.
I know. Don't.
I've got it, but I'm not gonna load that crappy app up.
I know.
I do want to watch it though. Anyway.
You gotta find a sneaky way. It's really good.
Anyway, final news story. This is probably the biggest one of the week. This one seemed to have hit home with quite a few people. Okay. So, I think we've spoken about them before when it comes to their charity bundles and stuff like that. So you know how you get things like Humble Bundle.
I was gonna say Humble Bundle.
It's not Humble Bundle. It's an indie digital game store. So itch.io.
Yes. Oh yes.
So itch.io has de-indexed its entire not safe for work games library from its store. So carry on. Sorry.
No, you finish up. I got a lot to say about a lot of things.
Oh, I've got a lot I need to say about this as well. So this comes as payment providers have begun scrutinizing the content on platforms such as Steam. So while the extent of the changes to the platform isn't currently known, a statement confirms that itch.io is working rapidly to change the way it performs explicit content. This comes less than a week after Steam introduced a new set of guidelines banning previously permitted explicit content from its platform. We spoke about this one actually earlier on in the year, didn't we? The issues began earlier this year when a game titled No Mercy, which promised players that they could quote become every woman's worst nightmare, and featured content including sexual violence and incest, was briefly published on Steam and itch.io. The game was widely condemned, with many calling for its removal from these platforms. itch.io banned the title, however it did remain on Steam.
Which was weird.
Let's get to that in a bit. The game's developer, Xerac Games, defended No Mercy in a widely mocked open letter, writing, quote, "People created videos and spoke with great conviction about the things that weren't in the game. Better yet, do some work yourself instead of blindly chasing views." The letter concluded with Xerac Games announcing that it was pulling the game from digital platforms. This game's Steam was being roundly lobbied by industry bodies to step in and remove the title. If you follow us, you know all of this anyway. But
yeah,
for those who haven't
we
been
did the
here,
whole episode. Yeah,
we did. Now, itch.io has stated that due to the pressure from the group Collective Shout, which issued an open letter to payment processors demanding that they cease supporting online platforms that host explicit games, they have removed all adult games from their search and browse features while demanding their next steps. This is not actually true, to be fair, but we'll get to that. In a statement, itch.io said, "This is a time-critical moment for the platform." The company also apologised for not being able to warn not safe for work game developers of the changes, saying that it was quote, "not realistic to provide advance warning." Quote, "We are currently conducting a comprehensive audit of content to ensure we can meet the requirements of our payment processors. Pages will remain unindexed as we complete our review. Once this review is complete, we will introduce new compliance measures. For not safe for work pages, this will include a new step where creators must confirm that their content is allowable under the policies of the respective payment processors linked to their account." The company has also confirmed that an unknown number of games will be removed from the platform as part of these sweeping changes. Now, these games aren't technically removed. They're just removed from the search function. They've been hidden. You can't, so you don't have a drop down for these kinds of games. They can still be searched by name, a lot of them anyway. Or you can probably search by a tag, but that's it. So some of this is not necessarily correct.
Right.
But I have thoughts, but I also want to hear your thoughts on this first.
Well, I'm sure our thoughts are probably actually going to be quite similar, because what the Americans don't know is there's some stuff that came in to pass, yesterday? I don't know.
Over the last couple of days, yeah.
It's annoying. And a supposed protecting the children, which if people publicly say they're protecting children, they're doing something that's
dubious
related to them. Yeah, something devious that concerns them. So in this weird bit of strange I don't know what
Sorry, for want of a better word, phrase, or expression, won't somebody think of the children?
Which is just so... Dog whistle, I think is what they call that.
That's the one,
anyway. Yeah. So apparently now in the UK, to go to certain sites, yes, there's the naughty sites, but also just normal sites. Some people said it was Twitter. I don't know. I'm not on Twitter.
Well, funnily enough, I can confirm that Blue Sky now requires this.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
That's going to kill. I think Twitter is going to be coming in at some point. From what I've heard as well, the big one for me, which could actually pretty much ruin the way that this show is done, Discord.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Americans don't know what any of this
is an age verification system where you have to actually post a picture or a government-issued license or identification online to each of these particular companies.
And I don't think that is what they're doing at all. I think they're just trying to keep voices down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that kind of thing. Nana says they had to, though, after Euro 2021. I don't know what that is. So many people were crying for something to change. Danker says, I'm locked out of Discord. Are you kidding me? See, I don't want to do any verification stuff. I know it says we won't keep your...
That's complete bullcrap.
Yeah, what? Yeah. Like, how are they going to verify? Were they going to have to verify it every time I log on to something?
Well, of course they are.
So I just see this as another way to, like, muzzle people.
It's just a very easy way to say, okay, you don't have the right opinion, so therefore you are now gone. Mm-hmm. You don't have access to the internet. This is absolutely freaking ridiculous. Like,
I don't like this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's very gatekeeping.
No, I'm going to go one
Danker
further.
says, no joke, he really is locked out of Discord.
I
That's crazy.
am actually going to go one further than this. I don't think this is gatekeeping at all. I actually think this is a form of internet dictatorship and censorship.
Oh.
I think this is absolutely asinine.
I have to agree. It's hard for me to say. I'm trying to be measured with.
Oh, I'm
my
trying
words.
to as well, but this is not easy.
For me, this is not a political stance. I think anyone on any spectrum can feel this way or not. But I don't like being told what to do.
No, neither do I.
Where I can go and where I can't go. You know, Reddit started it, 5 or 6 years ago? They started shutting down the more controversial Reddits.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, ooh, that's not good. Because that made all those little roaches run, you know, a million different places in the internet. And you got 4chan and all this kind of stuff. This sounds insane, but you're going to have to trust me. We need places like 4chan to keep the little roaches off to their side, off to themselves, off there. When you take those things away, they run over here and they make new platforms, which even more people have access to. Even younger people have access to. And all those kind of... This is going to backfire. Mm-hmm. You can't tell functioning adults what they can and cannot do.
Yeah.
Especially if it defies logic. I don't understand. These sites aren't illegal sites.
Nope,
Twitter is not illegal. Discord is not illegal. The naughty sites are not illegal. I don't understand. I just don't like being told what to do.
No,
that's really what it comes down to. I don't like it. Nana says...
Go on, Karen.
Nana says, mini update. Apparently, a number of people are making counter calls, and they're looking into it, and they might change at some point. Visa and MasterCard, I mean. Danker says, the government wants to vote... Yes! Danker, brilliant! Valid! So valid!
100%, yeah.
That is very valid. Danker says, because there's another thing Americans don't know. They don't have a clue what we're talking about right now. The government wants vote at 16, yet the very people are locked out of sites they will be pushing. Irony. Exactly! I hadn't even thought of that.
I also...
Nana says, I give it a year till this gets vetted.
Yeah, I had a bit of a debate on Richard Atkinson's Discord about the vote at 16.
Right.
It all ended pretty civilly, to be fair. Like, we all had our piece.
I like that.
But I was one of the people that actually disagreed with voting at 16.
I'm not surprised.
I know some people are in their right minds, like even over the age, are not making informed decisions at all. But I just think, don't give people at 16 the right to vote, yet they're not fully formed. Like, let them be children. I know it will still shape their future, of course, but actually, you can't go to a pub and go and drink. You now can't smoke. You now can't gamble until 18. So why do you get to vote at 16? That's not right to me.
Yeah, that is one thing that is always kind of been interesting. The difference between the UK and the US. And the UK, you're a child until you're 25. That is weird to me.
Not
in the
necessarily
US,
true.
Well, you're considered youth.
True, but you're considered like an adult at 18.
Yeah, but don't misunderstand. You're an adult, but you're in the American mindset.
You're still a youth.
The way you guys view it, it was what we would call youth under 18.
Oh, right,
but
yeah.
you have to remember,
Yeah.
Americans get married at like 16, 17, 18.
Some do here.
So, yeah, but majority of the South does.
Yeah.
So it was very different coming over here, and there's a whole different culture, a youth culture that we don't have in the U.S. So 16 here in the UK is not 16 over in the US. At 16, you're usually an adult. You may not be legally, although in some places you are legally adult, just depends on what state.
Yeah.
But you're usually working a full-time job already. You're probably getting married soon, and if you're not, you're going to college. But most people are opting out of college and they're getting married and having kids. 16 over here in the UK, it's different.
You're just going into like year 12 and year 12 of like school, but yeah. Anyway, I know. I'm fully aware. Read it for the audience.
Yeah. Wow. This is Mike Tindo. Wow. This is getting really political. I think I need to watch the new episode of South Park for a palate cleanser. Because that show isn't political at all.
Yeah, that's true. So the point that I wanted to make about this one actually is that I don't agree that this is even a good thing at all. I don't want this to happen. Like age verification,
not the vetting.
Like,
we're talking about
like the age verification thing for the internet. I don't think it's a good idea. I think the whole point of the internet was the free access and the free movement of and information of ideas, the exchange of ideas. You raised it right when you said you need places like 4chan, Reddit, and all that. Reddit being very notoriously left wing, 4chan being very notoriously right wing. Like the minute you take those away is where you're going to start getting echo chambers formed elsewhere, and you don't actually get consenting opinions, or you don't get differing opinions. Which is why I
more extreme.
Yeah, which is why I quite liked the fact that I was able to have that debate over Discord with several people who didn't agree with me, because they raised some points that I didn't think about, but then I also raised some points that they may not have agreed with. But then you have to hear the discourse. I don't want to live in an echo chamber. And the problem with like the 21st century now, as much as we don't want to think it is, we used to have a town square. Where people would go and spout their ideas. Ministers or people who are applying to go into politics, or our current politicians, or waiting for re-election, would go out and campaign and tell the people on the street corner why the hell they wanted to be elected. You don't do that anymore. Not as much unless you live in a really small town.
Yeah.
The internet now is the worldwide town square. The form and exchange of ideas. So you take that away and you age gate it, and you don't have that free exchange of ideas. And the problem is this could be rightfully abused. I say rightfully, wrongly abused. This will be wrongly abused by the government.
Yes, that's my whole point.
Massive way, because they do not want dissenting opinions against them. They don't want anyone to go against the current narrative. Keir Starmer is one of those sorts of people that absolutely does not like those at all.
Yeah.
Like, and it is just unreal. Like, I'm not going to say the Conservatives were much better, because they've helped to bring this into power as well. All those MPs have helped to vote this in. They're all equally as freaking bad as each other.
This lot is all playing in the same sandbox. I don't even delineate them. It's
awful. It's absolutely terrible. And this is a really freaking bad idea to do this.
Nana says, and Nana is not wrong. Now, Pete and I, quote unquote, lived through this. Yeah. I feel like Gamergate happened and broke everyone's brains. It did.
Yeah, because actually this new group that's helped to do this stuff with itch.io, Collective Shout, are essentially an offshoot from Feminist Frequency.
Feminist Frequency, which...
Yeah, Anita Sarkeesian, Zoe Quinn, and all that lot.
I don't think anyone here would question my stance on empowered women.
Yep.
And I can't stand Feminist Frequency.
I'm sorry, but they clearly, like... Most of these people that are creating lobbying groups like this lot, like Collective Shout, they probably have a lot of skeletons in their closet, and they're trying to cover it up for the fact that they are probably as degenerate as most people on the internet. But they don't want anyone to have their degeneracy. Screw you.
See,
I
will
don't
say
like.
this.
Sorry, I don't like these kinds of games that are on there. They're not my bag. But free speech is a thing, and you're allowed to have your right to artistic expression.
My thing is this. I grew up in what was practically a cult, a religious cult. Some people would consider it a religious cult. The men in charge, because it was men, women weren't allowed to do anything except have babies and get married. The more strict and the more repressed the man was in regards to homosexuality or anything, the more vocal he was against it, the more he was actually doing it behind
of
closed
course
doors.
he was.
Every freaking time.
Well,
so the more they called for closing, the more they called for these restrictions and all this kind of stuff, but they were doing it behind closed doors. I don't like it. Why? This just feels icky.
Yeah.
I don't want to be told what to do.
Those who shout the loudest are always the ones that you need to worry the most about.
Yeah.
You know, we see this all the time. Look at how many people that have, and not my words, just so you know, not my words, the quote, male feminists that then get caught out to be sexual deviants and are actually known to be harassing people in the workplace. We've seen this with Activision Blizzard, we've seen this with Ubisoft, we've seen this with all the oh yeah, we need to have these DEI policies unless, of course, they affect us. Fuck off.
I've told it before, I've been called a gender traitor, which is the dumbest phrase I think I've ever heard in my life. And I had, when I was on Twitter, this is not a joke, I had a male feminist, because that's what they call themselves in their bios.
Yeah, they do.
Try to tell me that I needed to be afraid of men in certain situations. And I'm like, why are you trying to tell me that I need to be afraid, and I need to do this? And it's, you just need to you need to take better care of yourself. You need to do that. And I was like, you're still a man trying to control me.
Yeah.
You may put a different, label on it, but you're still trying to control me.
You're trying to control you're trying to use coercive behavior.
Yeah.
To get your own way.
Yeah.
Coercive behavior doesn't necessarily matter how you do it. It's still coercive.
Yeah. So I just feel all of that nonsense. I know Pete and I went on a rant, but I can't help it.
Yeah,
this is government overreach.
100%, and I also don't like the fact that payment.
I know that's irony for me saying that.
Yeah, I also don't like the fact that payment processors are now basically turning around and saying, "Well, we're not going to allow this. If we have a game that has completely the wrong opinion, then fuck off. You can't be on our platform anymore."
Yeah, I don't mind people, myself included, coming out, seeing a game that was horribly violent towards women and going, this is a horribly violent game towards women. If you support this game, I'm not going to support your platform. That's how you vote with your wallet, 100%. That's how it should be.
There you go, 100%.
Yeah.
Vote with your wallet. Don't vote with government overreach.
Bullying
and coercive behavior.
Yeah, coercive behavior. Getting a coalition together and being like, your way or our way, or your way or the highway.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what I mean?
I know.
That is, and yes, I'm gonna say it. You could just bring out your bingo card. That is fascism. It is.
100%.
Making everybody think exactly the same, think just like you, dress like you, act like you, play the games that you play, don't visit the naughty sites. That's fascism.
Yep, 100%. And we are very, very, very quickly, in this day and age, now very much hurtling towards a fascistic lifestyle or fascistic way of life. It's disgusting.
Nobody's making me be like anybody else.
Nope.
I'm in my own category for a reason, and I'm gonna just go down with the ship saying that I'm very uncomfortable with this new.
Yeah, me too. I may not play degenerate games, but fair enough. People want to play degenerate games.
But
go and play them.
Maybe I want the option to.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Well, how long is it until they turn around and say something like Mario promotes animal violence and they get rid of that?
Well, that's the thing. Where do you start drawing the line?
Yeah.
That's why I'm very just. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, it's
No, just
ridiculous.
it's
Anyway.
icky. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway,
very uncomfortable.
that's the end of the news. Let's move. Let's actually end this before we start getting absolutely like quotes triggered more by this.
I was gonna say we probably lost like half our listeners.
I don't give a damn, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
I need to.
You have to register to listen to our program. I am worried about that.
No,
Our
I
explicit
really
ones.
am worried about that. That's why we're ahead of the curve, and this one might have to go explicit because I dropped an F-bomb. Oops.
I know. You should have dropped another GD bomb in the beginning, but you didn't even notice. Yep. You said, "Gosh darn it."
Oh, right. Oh, screw that. Who cares?
The American in me does.
I know. It's not a swear word, whatever. Moving on. That's the end of the news. Let's wrap the show up before we get taken off the internet.
It up. Yeah. Cancel ourselves. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, and I know you have, it's been our like most casual and yet most political.
Yes. Sorry about the politics.
Yeah, you got to get it out of your system every once in a while. But Pete, with all that said, I won't censor you. Where can they find you out there on the interwebs?
Well, so long as I have an age verified, like probably nowhere soon enough. But if I do happen to still be on the internet somewhere, it'll probably be on the usual socials, which is Twitter and Blue Sky. I'll be roaming around Discord channels like Rapid Reviews, Mike Tendo 64, and occasionally in Modern Escapism and places like that. And Richard Atkinson's new one, so
Nice.
I think that's only by invite at the moment, so I'm not giving links out or anything. So, but yeah, you can also hear me on the Never Watchers, so long as they don't censor our content, because we talk about naughty films as well.
They might.
They might do, yeah. We haven't had an episode recently, but that's because life's got in the way and we haven't been able to get together and do something. But the Robocop plan has been moved backwards because Fantastic Four First Steps came out this week and I've watched it. So we're going to record an episode in the next, not this coming week, the next week. So once Kurt's seen the film.
It's also a dumb name.
It makes sense once you see the film.
Does it? Because it's kind of like the new James Bond game.
Yeah.
You know, First Light. It's just like, that's a dumb name.
No, honestly, it does actually. It will make sense once you do see the film. There is reasoning behind it.
Excellent.
So, yeah, so you can check that out on The Never Watchers. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and a few other different places. So, just go and check us out on there. Kylie, streaming, so long as Twitch don't age rate you
Oh, they're
or whatever.
gonna definitely do that, I'm sure. I
Oh,
hope
for
not.
sure.
For sure. But yes, I do stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday over on twitch.tv/KILEY_WILDE. And I'm going to say this now. I mean, like the past 2 episodes, I've been talking about, you know, I keep getting, like, penalized over on TikTok.
You said
People are
peen.
using, I know, I did. Because they're using VPNs. You know what? If you're in the UK, I don't care now. I don't care.
No, honestly, that was my afternoon.
VPNs.
That was my
Yeah.
afternoon. I'm looking into like what VPN to go for.
I'll
And
get
which one
punished
could we
for
get
it.
a sponsorship
I don't
from?
care. Ooh, Nord. They sponsor everyone. Oh, Pete, we gotta try and get Nord. They literally sponsor everyone.
I'm more of a
Nord
private
VPN.
internet access person myself. No, I'm joking. I'm really kidding. Like, I'm not about to start playing the VPN wars.
Yes. No, but for real, like if you do want a big, also hashtag not sponsored, hashtag not an ad. Nord's your big name commercial one. So if if you worry about, it's not the one I use because I don't need big name commercial ones. But anyway,
No, that's good.
I said, that's very good.
Yeah, I'm glad for it.
Yep.
Thank you.
But all that said, I don't care if you're visiting my TikTok, my YouTube, or my Twitch using a VPN. Do it. Do it all you want. Just come visit me. And keep those likes and subscribbles and follows and everything, because it's just brought huge smiles to my faces. I have
To your
more than one
faces?
face, apparently.
Your several faces.
Yeah. I'm a woman of many faces. No, that's very good. Just come check me out, because my numbers are shrinking. They're not growing, and it's making me a little bit sad and a little bit scared. So, if you have a friend who just wants to, tell a friend and have that friend tell another friend but we do have a lot of fun over on my streams. It's the same chat here. They're amazing. They're great. They will cheer you up if you're not feeling great. We have hilarious channel redeems that are just so funny. Wait till you see this short that I'm going to be putting. No, I'm not even putting it up as a short. It's so funny. I have to put it up as a video.
Yeah.
Full size. With Nana timed a redeem. I don't know how he timed it perfectly as he does. Danker times them constantly perfectly. It's hilarious. And it's just a good, fun time. And there, I hope I sold you on the interest of coming to my Twitch channel, please. That is my summer vacation report.
Yay.
Welcome. No, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You don't say welcome at the end. Anyway, that's going to do it for us.
Yeah.
Although we are going to hang around another 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Talk to our wonderful, lovely, beautiful chat. But for now, we thank you so much for listening and watching. And we will see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Down with internet censorship. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Rapid Reviews Radio Podcast. You can watch the recording of the show live on Twitch every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. UK time at www.twitch.tv/Rapid Reviews. You can also watch the podcast on YouTube. Search Rapid Reviews 5534. And you can also watch the video version of the show on Spotify. Just search Rapid Reviews Radio. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a rating, or a comment on this episode. You can also follow us on Twitter at RRRadioPod, as well as on Blue Sky at rrradiopodcast.bsky.social. Also be sure to visit rapidreviewsuk.com for all the latest reviews and previews.